It was a quiet morning in a remote, desolate area where countless families had sought refuge after being displaced by the ravages of war. The air was thick with dust, and the makeshift tents that stretched across the landscape told stories of hardship and resilience. Despite their dire circumstances, life in the refugee camp carried on. Children played with makeshift toys crafted from discarded items, mothers gathered around communal water taps to fill their containers, and aid workers moved swiftly between tents, offering what little comfort and aid they could. Word spread quickly through the camp. A visitor was coming, but this wasn't just any visitor. Angelina Jolie, the internationally renowned actress and UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador, was on her way. Known for her unwavering commitment to humanitarian causes, Jolie had visited numerous refugee camps around the world, lending her voice to those who often went unheard. The anticipation in the camp grew as Jolie's convoy approached. Children peeked out from behind their tents, their eyes wide with curiosity. Parents whispered among themselves, wondering what this visit would bring. When the convoy finally arrived, a hush fell over the camp. Jolie stepped out of the vehicle, dressed simply in a plain white blouse, beige pants, and sturdy boots. Her understated appearance immediately put everyone at ease. There were no flashing cameras or large entourages, just Jolie, her close team, and a few UNHCR officials. She was greeted by the camp director, a tall man with a kind but wary expression. "Welcome, Ms. Jolie. We are honored to have you here." Jolie smiled warmly and shook his hand. "Thank you. I'm here to listen, learn, and see how we can help further." Without wasting time, she began her walk through the camp. Jolie didn't just walk by the rows of tents. She stopped frequently, speaking with families, kneeling to be at eye level with children, and offering comforting words. She took time to learn each family's story, understanding that beyond food and shelter, these people needed to feel seen, heard, and valued. Jolie listened carefully, often holding the hands of those who shared their pain, offering them a sense of comfort that words alone could not convey. One of the first people she met was Fatima, a young mother of 3. Fatima shared her harrowing journey of escaping conflict and losing her husband. Tears welled up in her eyes as she spoke of the uncertainty that lay ahead for her children. Angelina took Fatima's hand in hers, her gaze steady and empathetic. She listened as Fatima recounted the nights spent in fear, the long journeys on foot, and the hope that someday her children would have a better future. Jolie's presence alone seemed to provide a momentary comfort amid the harsh reality of camp life. "You are incredibly brave," she said softly. "Your story matters, and I promise you, I will do everything in my power to make sure the world hears it." Fatima managed a faint smile, grateful for the rare moment of connection. As Jolie continued her tour, she visited the camp's makeshift school, where the walls were adorned with colorful drawings created by the children. The drawings depicted both the past and the dreams of a brighter future, scenes of their former homes, their hopes of returning, and their wishes for peace. The school was a simple structure made of wood and tarpaulin, but inside it was filled with the energy of eager young learners. Dozens of children sat on the floor, listening attentively to a volunteer teacher. When Jolie entered, the children's faces lit up with awe. She sat down among them, asking about their lessons and dreams. One boy, Ahmed, nervously told her he wanted to become a doctor so he could help people in need. Jolie's eyes glistened as she listened. "That's a wonderful dream, Ahmed, and I believe you can achieve it. Never stop learning and never stop hoping." She handed him a notebook and a pen, simple gifts that brought an enormous smile to the boy's face. After the school visit, Jolie met with aid workers and camp leaders, who spoke of the daily struggles they faced, from managing limited resources to addressing the psychological trauma many refugees carried. Jolie attentively noted every concern, asking how international support could be better coordinated. They discussed the challenges they faced daily: limited access to clean water, insufficient medical supplies, and a lack of educational resources. Jolie took detailed notes, asking pointed questions about how the situation could be improved. That evening, Jolie gathered the camp's residents and addressed them. Standing on a small platform, she spoke from the heart. "I want you to know that you are not forgotten. Your strength and resilience inspire me, and so many others around the world. I will do everything I can to bring more attention and support to your community. Her words were met with applause and gratitude. True to her word upon returning home, Jolie began a relentless campaign to raise funds and awareness for the camp. She appeared on international news channels, spoke at global humanitarian summits, and met with influential leaders to advocate for increased aid to refugee camps worldwide. Her passionate speeches highlighted the urgent need for long-term solutions, not just temporary relief, and inspired numerous philanthropists to contribute. She reached out to international organizations, philanthropists, and influential figures, urging them to support the cause. Her efforts paid off. Within months, significant donations poured in, leading to the construction of new water facilities, an increase in medical supplies, and the establishment of a proper school. Fatima, who had once feared for her children's future, now saw hope blossoming in ways she had never imagined. Her children attended the newly built school, and she found a role as a community organizer, helping other women adapt to camp life and fostering a sense of solidarity among them. Fatima also began leading workshops on basic health and hygiene, empowering other mothers to take charge of their family's well-being. Ahmed continued his studies with newfound determination. "If someone like Angelina Jolie believes in me, I can't let her down," he often told his friends. Years later, Ahmed fulfilled his dream of becoming a doctor, specializing in trauma care to help those who, like his family, had endured the horrors of war. He often returned to the camp not only to treat patients, but also to mentor young aspiring students. His journey inspired a new generation to pursue education despite the odds. He returned to the camp, not as a refugee, but as a healer, determined to give back to the community that had shaped him. His story became a testament to the power of hope and compassion. Jolie's visit became more than just a fleeting moment of hope. It became a catalyst for lasting change. Her gesture reminded the world of the profound impact that empathy and action can have on those in need. In a later interview, when asked about her work in that particular camp, Jolie smiled and said, "I didn't do anything extraordinary. I just listened. Sometimes listening and showing that you care is all it takes to spark a change." This story continues to inspire countless others to step up, take action, and believe in the power of hope, proving that even in the darkest times, a single gesture can illuminate a path forward. Jolie's legacy in that camp became a beacon of resilience, showing that compassion, when paired with determination, could lead to profound, lasting transformation. Years after Jolie's visit, the camp evolved into a more stable settlement. New businesses emerged, children grew into educated young adults, and families began to rebuild their lives. Jolie continued her humanitarian work, always keeping in touch with the camp leaders and celebrating each milestone they achieved. Ahmed, now a respected doctor, often visited other refugee camps, sharing his story and encouraging young children to dream big. He collaborated with international organizations to set up mobile clinics, ensuring that even the most remote camps receive basic medical care. Ahmed's efforts earned him recognition from global health bodies, and he became a symbol of hope for countless refugees striving to rebuild their lives. "I was once like you," he would say, "and thanks to someone who believed in me, I found my way. You can too." Angelina Jolie's gesture was not just an act of kindness, it was a spark that ignited a brighter future for an entire community. Her continued involvement over the years proved that true change requires sustained effort, empathy, and unwavering commitment to those in need. Jolie's work not only transformed the camp, but also inspired a global movement, reminding the world that compassion has the power to rebuild shattered lives and communities. And for those who witnessed it, her visit was a reminder that compassion, when coupled with action, has the power to change the world.